अल्लाह नहीं। Hello students, I can see two of you have joined the video. I think it is now. If you have while the video is going on, if you have any query, then you can ask your query in live chat section, and I will try to solve all your queries from here. Okay. Okay, I repeat myself. While the class will go on, if you have any query regarding any question, any topic, you can ask me from the live chat section, and I will try to answer your questions from here. Yes, Rita, I got your hi, and Ankit is also there. Okay, I can see some students have joined. Today, what we will do, we will revise our same topic that we have studied over there, the basic classes. Actually, when we will go for class 11, no, we need some bridge courses over there. You know what is the bridge course? The bridge course is that course which is connecting you from class 9 and 10 to 11 and 12. So that is why I have given you some basic classes in the previous video, and that same topic I am going to repeat it today also. Okay, and so we will go for some basic classes. I will be starting my class shortly. Okay, I think now we can start the classes. Okay, what is the first thing? Physical quantity. I think all of you are aware with what is physical quantity. The physical quantity is that thing, we can say that physical quantity is anything that we can measure is known as what? Physical quantity. Okay, that is not a concern. What, how many we can divide it? Physical quantity we can derive in two types: fundamental and derived. As we have already, I think, discussed that what is fundamental. Fundamental quantity is that one which is independent, is that it does not depend on any other quantity to define themselves, to measure themselves. For example, you can go for mass. Okay, mass does depend on itself only. Length, time, these are what? Fundamental quantities. Okay, and what is derived one? Derived one is what? T, density. How, sir? How velocity is a derived quantity? What is the formula of velocity? We know that the formula of velocity is what? Displacement by time. So it depends on two physical quantities, displacement and on time. Okay, so these are what? These are derived quantities. If you have any query from here, you can ask over here from live chat section. Okay, now we are going for our next topic, units. As there are two kinds of quantities, fundamental and derived, so that their units will also be divided into two types: fundamental unit and derived unit. The unit of fundamental quantity will be known as fundamental units. For example, the unit of length is meter, the unit of mass is kilogram in SI. Similarly, the unit of derived quantities will be known as derived unit. For example, the unit of velocity is meter per second, the unit of acceleration is meter per second square, the unit of force is what? Newton. Okay. Now, system of units. We know that there are two system of units. One is CGS and the other one is what? SI. CGS, you can define it very easily that What is the unit of mass in CGS? The unit of mass in CGS is gram. The unit of mass in SI is kilogram. Similarly, the unit of length in SI is meter. Okay, the unit of length in CGS is centimeter. So in this way you can define the what is CGS and what is SI units. But there are some things common practical units for a small distance. Suppose you are finding a distance between two atoms. The distance or the radius of the atoms are very small. So we cannot express it in millimeter, centimeter, decimeter because these are large units for them. However, we know that centimeter, millimeter are smaller units, but that that radius of atoms are too smaller. Okay, so so for going for them, if you want to find their sizes, what common practical units we can use? These are followings. Number one is what? Fermi. So what is Fermi? Fermi is also the unit of length. The value of one Fermi is the power minus 15. How why we are using it? We are using it for nuclear sizes. Number two is what? Angstrom. You know, it can be written as a circle, small circle or dot over a. The value of angstrom is 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and in centimeter it will be 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. Then nanometer. What is nanometer? The value of 1 nanometer is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. What is the value of micron? Micron, I think you have already done. The value of micron is 10 to the power minus 6 meter. So these are the practical units for smaller distance, very small distance. Now if you go for practical units of larger distance, then what we need to do? The first one is what? Light year. Now how we can define light year, sir? From the name it seems that light year is the unit of time, but no, don't be confused over here. Light year is not the unit of time. Light year is the unit of distance. So what how we can define it? It is a total distance covered by light in 1 year. Okay, what is the value of light year? As you can see, the value of light year is what? 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meter. It is too much. That is why we say that it is a practical unit of light for measuring longer distances, larger distances. Okay, where it is used? It is used in astronomy. So this is the first practical unit of but first practical unit of distance which is used for measuring larger distance. The next one is what? Astronomical unit. Okay, it is what? It is means of the earth from the sun. The astronomical unit is the mean distance of the from the sun, and unit is equals to 1.496 into 10 to the power 11 meter. Okay, as so you can see, this is small than the light year. Light year is what? Light year is 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meter, and what is astronomical unit? It is 1.496 into 10 to the power 11 meter. Now we'll go for parsec. Parsec is the largest unit of distance. The value of parsec is, in terms of, it is 3.26 times more than light year. Okay, so we know that the light year is having how much value? 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meter, and the parsec is having 3.08 into 10 to the power 16 meter. It is 3.26 times the light year. So it is the largest unit of distance so far. Now we are going for the meaning of mean distance is the average distance. Okay, Srijita, the meaning of mean distance is known as average distance. Suppose if you are going to find the distance of anything, okay, so what you are going to do, if you can find the average distance, this is known as only the mean distance. Okay, suppose there is a point the distance of which are different from different points. So what we are going to do, we are going to find the average. Okay, is it clear for you now, Srijita? Srijita, let me know if it is clear for you or not. Okay. Now we are going for dimension. uh, till now what you know, till now you know units, the units of physical quantity, either it is a fundamental quantity or derived quantity. You used to find the unit. Now we are going to find a new thing which is known as dimension. Okay, there are seven physical fundamental dimensions. You can see number one is what? Length. The dimension of length is capital L in square bracket. The dimension of mass is capital M in square bracket. You can see all the dimension must be written in a square bracket, and for the maximum case it is a capital letter only. For the electric current it is written as capital A. Why it is capital A? Because we know that the unit of electric current is what? Ampere. No, from there only we have taken a name capital A. Somehow it is different from unit, but for the we will use the same formula for the finding the dimension. We'll come to know now only after some time. Now the dimension of temperature is what? K. What is the dimension of luminous intensity? What is a luminous intensity? It is a new topic for you. We'll come to know in a later part. The unit is what? The unit of luminous intensity is candela, and from there only the dimension is what? CD. And amount of substance, I think you know in chemistry, the unit or the dimension of amount of substance is mole. Yes, there's a question from Ankit. Why the dimension are written in a square brackets, not in common bracket? Common brackets, I think we have already used for many such things. Okay, to give a dimension a specific value, to give the dimension a specific picture, a specific diagram, we must show it by capital bracket. So it is nothing like that. There is a reason behind it. There is no scientific reason behind it. It is just to keep it specific. Okay, there is no scientific reason behind it. That's why we need to write. Is there any scientific reason? No, there is no scientific reason, but to what we can say, to make it specific, we are writing it in a square bracket. Okay, Ankit, is it okay for you now? Okay, now we are going to find the dimension for our first. Okay, Ankit, dimension for our first physical quantity, which is density. As you can see, density is not a fundamental quantity. It depends on mass and volume. The formula of density is what? Mass by volume. So it depends on mass and volume. What is the formula of volume? We will further divide the formulas. The formula of volume is what? The formula of volume is length into breadth into height. Okay, so we are going to put the value of dimensions of all these. We know that the dimension of mass is what? Capital M. We are writing it over here. And the unit of length, breadth and height, all of we know that it is what? It is all distance, and the unit of distance or length is dimension is what? Capital L. So we are writing capital L and capital L all in the place of length, breadth and height. So it is becoming what? It is becoming M by L cube. And we know that from the exponent, if the power is going up, the sign will be changed. So the dimension has come what? M L to the power minus 3. Okay, and there is no matter of time, so time we can write over here is 0. Okay, you can leave it at as M L to the power minus 2, or you can write it as M1 L to the plus 3 and T to the power 0 also. Okay, now we are going for our next quantity, which is what? Speed or velocity. Okay, what is the formula for speed or velocity? We know that the formula of speed or velocity is distance by time. Okay, distance as it is. How can you say that m to the power 1, the power is 1 and to the power is 0? Okay. Coming back to the next topic. Suppose if I tell you anything written over here a, if nothing is in power, what we can take as a power? 1 only. 2 to the power 1 is what? 2 only. 3 to the power 1 is what? 3 only. Is or not? So if you are writing over here, so what will be the power? If m is single over here, no? So what will be the power of m? Only 1. Yes or not? And then you are saying that how can I write t to the power 0. What is the value of anything having power 0? The value of anything power 0 is what? 1. So if you write in the place of t to the power 0 equals to 1, you will get the same thing or not? L to the power minus 3. Okay, we need dimension is a basic term of m, l and t. So we are showing over here that all the things. T was not there at all, so I'm writing t to the power 0. What is the value of t to the power 0? The value of t to the power 0 is 1. We can simply place the value and we can get it. Okay. If you have any query, you can ask me. Okay, Ankit. Now we were there in our next quantity, speed or velocity. So we know that the formula of speed or velocity is what? Distance or displacement. If it is speed, it will be distance by time. If it is velocity, it will be displacement by time. Okay, at the place of distance or displacement, both are lengths, both are distance, so we can keep over there capital L, and at the place of time we can write capital T. So it will be what? L t to the power minus 1. Again, L is single, so we can write at the place of the power of L 1, and m is not there, you can see here, so we can write m giving the power 0. So by giving the power 0, it will be what? m0 L1 t to the power minus 1. And what is the unit? You can find the unit also from the same formula. The unit of length meter per second. Okay. Okay. Now pressure. What is the formula of pressure? We know that the formula of pressure is force by area. And again here, look here only we will find two dimensions. We can find the dimension of force also from here. We know that the formula of force is what? Mass into acceleration. Okay, in a later step you can see next step that the formula of what is the formula of acceleration? Change in velocity by time. So at the place of change in velocity we can simply write velocity. So mass into velocity by time. At the denominator it is area. We know that the formula of area is what? Length into breadth. Okay, so at the place of mass we are writing m. At the place of velocity we are writing lt minus 1 because we have already found it here. It was l to the power minus 1. Okay, and at the place of time we are writing capital T, and at the place of length and breadth we are writing capital L into capital L. Okay, after cutting all this, what we are getting? We are getting m. There is only one m, so m to the power 8 will be 1. You can write m to the power 1 or you can not write. It depends on you only. There is one extra L in the denominator, so it will be L to the power minus 1 and T to the power minus 2. This was the unit of dimension of pressure. Now one more topic we will do for today: angle. What is the formula for angle? The formula for angle is equals to arc by radius, and we know that both of these are distance. Arc is also a distance, radius also as a distance. So at both the places we can write capital and capital L. So it will be cancelled. So there will be no there will be nothing as a resultant in the dimension. So it will be m0, l0 and t0. It is known as what? Dimensionless quantity. You may have a question in the exam. The right two physical quantity which is dimensionless. So one is angle, the other one you can go for it is a relative density. There are many one you can find like this. Okay. Now from whatever we have studied till now, if any one of you have any query, then you can ask me. Okay, we are not going for more topic today. We will go for next topics next day. If you have any query from these topics, whatever we have studied till now, you can ask me. I am here to take your questions. I can see students are there. Students, if you have any queries, you can ask me. I am here to answer your questions. torque one we are going to do tomorrow. Okay, definitely we are going to do torque tomorrow. Till that time you can try it by yourself also. Let's see if you can do it. Otherwise we are going to do it tomorrow. Okay, anyone else? Okay, then I'm going to close it in next 20 seconds. Okay, both of you.